Today, we are headed to Target to check out New Year organization finds for your craft space and planner supplies. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind ScrappyWife.com, and January is a fabulous time to go and check out some of your favorite stores and see what new organization systems and storage options they have available. January is the time they pull them all out, they display them, and I love kind of just wandering through the store and seeing if there are some solutions that might update my space or might be a better fit for some of my supplies. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's head into Target and see what they got. While it is always fun to go to one of your favorite stores to explore, to see what's new, to check out the new releases for each season, there are some things you're going to want to keep in mind before you start buying. I would highly encourage you not to just start throwing things in your cart that might work, but to make a plan when you head into the store. So, a few things to keep in mind before we start shopping. Make sure you bring a list of what you are looking to organize. There is no need to replace all of the systems in your crafting area, especially if they are working for you. So maybe your sticker organization is doing fine, but markers and pens are posing a problem. Or maybe you like your marker and pen storage, but it's your junk journaling items that are starting to get out of control. Bring a list of what you are looking to organize so that you don't get off track. And then the other thing that I say a ton is make sure to bring measurements. How wide is your bookshelf? How deep are the shelves? What's the size of your desk? You're going to want to know all of that information so that you don't waste a bunch of time and money buying organization solutions that simply don't work in your space. When you come shopping, make sure you come prepared with all the important information. I would say that most of us know to go check the dollar spot at your Target. As you get started in the store, there are 2 times of the year where this particular area tends to be overflowing with organization supplies. That would be when back to school season happens, usually July/August, and then with the new year. What I really liked about supplies this time around was that there was a variety of finishes. So they had several wooden bins, they had some plastic bins that we're used to seeing of the clear variety, and then they also had felt bins. And I like that because they fit different aesthetics. This Lazy Susan with the scallop around the edges, super cute. I think you would have to get some different containers to go inside of it to organize whatever you're putting inside. But I thought the scallops were absolutely adorable. These are great for organizing markers and pens and things like that around your desk. There's all kinds of different little bits and pieces that you can pull together from the dollar spot. You do want to be careful though. Building your organization systems based on things that you find at the dollar spot can be a little risky because it can be difficult to find these supplies again. For instance, if you buy these storage bins to hold sticker books or large supplies, you may not be able to add on to that system in 2 or 3 months. Those things might be gone completely. So keep that in mind, buy what you need, and know that you may not be able to expand on that particular item in the future. Additionally, when you're checking out the dollar spot, yes, there are some great deals, but there are just some deceptive items that you could actually find cheaper at places like the Dollar Tree. So be careful, compare your prices when you shop. I know we are all on a budget this time of year and in our craft areas. So if you're looking for particular solutions, make sure you're price comparing, especially between the dollar spot and the Dollar Tree. There were some kitchen organization bins, these produce bins that I thought were very interesting. They're very small for like strawberries and blueberries and things like that, but you could also use them and take them apart to organize craft supplies. It's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. I was very much interested in these lap desks. They came in 3 different colors. I kind of dug the pink. I love a good lap desk. I don't have one right now, so I'm looking for one. This one is pretty cool because the top comes up, so you have a place to store some supplies when you don't need them. I found it very interesting. This one was just a little bit small for me as a full-grown adult, so I'm not sure that it would work really well on my lap, but definitely for a kid. Just showing you some of the different colors. I liked the dark blue. I still might give it a try. It's just I can't sit cross-legged and have the lap desk, which I really like to do most of the time. They also had some cool bins. I'm a big fan of drawers that attach to your shelves, getting the most out of bookshelves and saving a lot of space. These are designed for a refrigerator, but they will certainly work in other spaces. And shallow drawers are fantastic in a craft room because we often have bits and pieces, markers, ephemera, things that lay flat that will work well in these particular drawers. And it uses up that little bit of space that is wasted from the gap on the bottom of the shelf to the top of the shelf when it's not completely packed. My dollar spot also had these cute paint trays. I thought that would be fabulous because then you could just toss them in the dishwasher when you were done. And then a few collapsible bins, which I saw in multiple places around the store. I'm not the biggest fan of the collapsible bins because they tend to collapse when you don't want them to collapse. However, I do know people that like to have them to break them down, just to take things from one space to another and then break it down. It saves space. I totally agree with that. All right, so that was my dollar spot kind of hunt this time around. Some definite great finds going on over here. I'm really interested in a couple of the items, but I couldn't pass a Target aisle without, you know me, I've got to check out the planners. We're going to check out the planner supplies and the new planners. Obviously, January, a fabulous time to go and look at all of the new planners. And there were definitely some interesting mixes. First of all, from Zebra, this is a great mix of mild liners. You have the classic mild liners, the mix, the pens. If you are just getting started in planning, what a fabulous find. And then I like to see the ideas that people have as far as tracking health and wellness this time of year. There were all kinds of new Post-it notes, some interesting stickers, journals, paper pads. I always like to see the ideas. Am I going to pick these items up and add them into my planning system? Most likely not, because I have my planner set up for 2025. I have a system that I think is going to work for me. However, always looking for increased inspiration and the ability to try new things. Some things that jumped out at me this time around. I love these little travel packs of stickers. I think these are fabulous for throwing in your bag and having stickers on the go. I also really liked the different paper pads I found. And this was probably the most intriguing thing, some stamps for habit trackers. Man, this would save a lot of money if you didn't have to buy habit tracker stickers all the time. That would be something I'd be interested in trying for sure. These were the notepads I thought were new and different. There was therapy notes, which I've had several people request, creating some planner inserts specifically for therapy, some self-care trackers. I love the idea of these paper pads. However, I feel like you would end up with a million different paper pads in a million different places. It's one of the reasons I Frankenplan, because I like to bring these things all together in one place. But if you are looking for something really specific, some of these notepads might be absolutely perfect for project planning and things like that. There were also some great spiral bound notebooks and book bound notebooks that were very specific towards different parts of your life. Depending on what your goals are in this new year, perhaps you are wanting to track gratitude a little bit more. Most of these were multifunctional planners, meaning you could do different things in them. This one wasn't just gratitude. It had some different sections for tracking wellness, for tracking schedule, but they were highly focused on certain areas. I loved the color that was in them, especially if you're someone that doesn't necessarily want to take the time to add additional stickers. There were just some great options. So always take the time, head on over to the office aisle. I know I probably don't have to ask you twice. There's going to be some great options for you to check out to see what might be new in the planning world. All right, I promise that we will get to some more organization solutions in just a moment. I just wanted to take a second to show you how great Target is doing at representing some different aesthetics in their store. With their planners, with their journals, they have some very neutral, minimal options. They have bright and colorful, they have spiral bound, they have disc bound, they have book bound, a lot of different options. And I think that is fantastic because we all need different things from our planner. We are all looking for a different aesthetic, a different type of inspiration. And the fact that you have so many options in one place really gives you a chance to peruse what's out there and find one that not only inspires you, but that is also going to be really functional for how you like to plan and organize your life. Okay, so I'm going to pull myself away from the office aisles and start checking out some different storage options. Now, I am not a huge fan of cube storage. However, I can see the functionality in it, and I really like the Room Essentials line from Target because the bins are a little bit smaller and more manageable than the big IKEA bins. This piece I thought was super cool. It is a corner piece and it gives you a little display option. It really jumped out at me as something that felt a little bit different, a little bit unique, and I love what the concept was with that corner piece. I also like that there is a huge variety of bins. We talked about aesthetic, and I think setting up your craft space with your aesthetic is very important. If you want a more natural feel, there's bins and baskets. If you like clear storage, some of that is available as well. The wire baskets allow you to see things. There's just some great options at different price points at Target. And now a lot of things are on sale. So head on over and see what you can find. And again, don't forget to bring your measurements. Something that I noticed a lot more this time around is that many of the bins had tops available, which I think is fantastic. A lot of people ask me about protecting supplies that are put on the shelves. A top will do that. So if that's something you're looking for, make sure the bin you choose has some options. Also, don't forget to go check out the bathroom area. I know it sounds weird, but in a bathroom, you are often storing odds and ends, different size pieces, and smaller things. That is very consistent with storage that is often needed in a craft space. I use many different bathroom storage solutions within my craft room. I love the tiered storage that you often find in a bathroom aisle. I love these pull-out drawers, the fact that you can stack something on top of it. These are really going to help you take full advantage of what limited desk space you might have, things that hang over the back of cabinet doors. Also, just maximizing smaller spaces. I think bathroom storage is really going to be helpful. I happen to totally dig the whole Bright Room collection, especially clear acrylic pieces, these very shallow drawers. We talked about it before. I think shallow storage, especially as a paper crafter, can be very handy and it can help you make the most of your space and keep your supplies organized in smaller groups. I currently use the smaller Bright Room pieces like these little square pieces in my Alex drawers to organize different ephemera. I use Bright Room bins to organize all of my sticker books, including my Happy Planner sticker books and my small shop sticker books. There are some pieces here that would work great for organizing different pens and markers. And again, look, this one has doors on top to protect what's inside. It was a trend that I noticed this time around, and I think that's really helpful, especially if you're worried about dust and debris kind of getting all over your craft room. To have it covered up is going to be fabulous. Love this tiny little Lazy Susan for a smaller desk space. It's going to have all the essentials, but it's not going to take up a bunch of your workroom. Lots of different options here. Clear storage is where it's at. It's what inspires me. I like to see my supplies. So bathroom storage tends to have a ton of clear options. Make sure to head on over and check it out. After checking out bathroom storage, I headed over to utility storage, and this is where you're going to find some larger bins. You have the drop front style, which allows you to stack bins but still reach inside. These pieces right here, these square pieces, are great for organizing projects. The thing is, they are not exactly 12 by 12. So if you're a scrapbooker and you're looking for 12 by 12 storage, that's not going to do it, which is very disappointing. Some different bins that stack really nicely. In the utility area, you're going to find a lot of stackable bins, but not necessarily ones that have lips. We'll talk about that in just a second when we check out refrigerator storage. Again, look at these, a little bit of a curve to the side, not too much, but again, there's tops, and these are all very clearly labeled so that you can find a top that fits nicely. These tops do not snap on, they kind of just set on top. However, I think they are fabulous for protecting those supplies, and they're pretty secure. Like, I don't think, you can see I'm holding it with one hand, it's not gonna fall off, it's just not gonna snap on. It's not gonna snap on as secure as one that would have the handles on the side. I mentioned that I use Bright Room pieces to organize drawers. These are great. This is 25 different pieces for $25. That is cheaper than the Dollar Tree. So if you are updating your drawer storage, this might be a great place to start. And then I always check out the kitchen area. When you are looking in the kitchen area, you are more likely to find bins and pieces that have lips in the front, a little handle right in the front that makes it easy to pull out of a refrigerator. That can be handy on a shelf if you are frequently pulling these bins on and off, but it does hang off just a little bit. Just keep in mind what you might be looking for. If you want a flat front, you're going to want to look in utility and bathroom. If you're wanting that little handle, the kitchen area is the way to go. And again, there's all different sizes available in the different sections. As always, I was super inspired to see all of these organization solutions at Target. It definitely makes me want to go and rethink and revamp my space. Let me know down below, what are some of your favorite organization pieces that you saw in this video or that you've had from Target in the past? I'd love for you to share and inspire the rest of us. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button. I do want to give a huge shout out to my Patreon community. We are having a fabulous, colorful year full of creativity over on Patreon. There's a ton of perks, including exclusive videos, a creative workbook each and every month. It is a fun community to be a part of. If you want to find out more, you can head on over to patreon.com/ScrappyWife. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.